Hey everybody. Alright, well, we are breaking out the old ball and chain, the old boring but effective Grixis Delver. Yeah, I see some lists playing like Snuff Out and Dismember in the Unholy Heat spot. I really don't see any reason to make any changes. You'd think you'd want Brazen Borrower to bounce Leyline of the Void, but it seems like the deck works fine enough and you just don't really need it. And Orcish Bowmaster and Delver are good enough to get you over the top if you are up against Leyline of the Void. So I'm just going to run it back. We haven't had the chance to play Price of Progress, but if we're up against some kind of 4 or 5 color control, we'll be happy we had it. So let's do it to it. Well, this hand is pretty ineffective. I could probably keep this on 6, but I would not keep it on 7. This hand definitely looks better. Put back a Polluted Delta. At least we have threat and counter magic going on as opposed to just eternal dirtles. Alright, they're coming in with a Grief. Taking the Force of Will. So are they going to reanimate Grief here? Sure. I think they should have just taken Delver twice and left me just with a Force. And now this Delver can race this Grief potentially. Draw Force of Will anyway. Yeah, it's a pretty bad card here. Yep. I see. It's the old Nazgul mono black. Okay. So they're gonna have this 2/3 Death Touch and a Ring Bearing Grief. Okay. Well, the good news is they've got Ancient Tomb out. But we just flip a Flooded Strand, so it's pretty bad. Alright, they're gonna reanimate Delver of Secrets. They're gonna get in for 5. I'll take it. Dragon's Rage. That does not flip Delver. Well, I can play the Dragon's Rage. I would say we're pretty dead here. Yeah, I guess attacking seems bad. Hopefully their Delver doesn't flip or we're very dead. Their Delver did not flip. Our Delver, but their Delver. Yeah, they've got the Nazgul happening. And so now they have, they get to cycle their Grief when they attack. Blocking the Grief here seems really bad. I guess if I drew Murktide, it would not even be able to be big enough to block the Nazgul. So we are just not really getting it done on the draw here. Well, there is that flips the Delver, but I can't really afford to cast it. I guess I'm just gonna Thoughtseize to see the last card in their hand and then concede. Yeah. Just gonna keep the Murktide a secret. Alright, a Troll of Khazad-dûm. So I want to board out the Force of Wills here. Bring in some Surgical Extractions. And then I guess Counterbalance would be okay. Well, I guess it's like an Ancient Tomb deck. Probably Counterbalance isn't actually that good. And I'll have to bring in a Sheoldred's Edict and maybe leave in a Force of Will. Alright, let's try this. Okay, let's go first. Let's draw no lander. I think this will do. I'll put back the Wasteland. Okay. Saga from the opponent. Well, see if this was Meltdown, that would have been sweet. So, I think I want to play Delver here and get more chances to flip. Yeah, if they have Ancient Tomb here, that's going to be good for them. I guess I really wanted the second Meltdown after all, but they're not making a Saga token. So that is going to mean that the Saga situation is much easier to manage. There is the one Meltdown in the deck somewhere. A Dark Ritual. I think they're going to play a 3-drop that I can Daze. And that's just what happens. Unholy Heat. That's a flip. Okay, we'll get this Dragon's Rage in. Put him to 17. So they can get the Shadow Spear, but it'll be hard for them to have a creature to equip it to. We're going to have these Sheoldred's Edicts going on. And we've got a bunch of removal and more creatures in hand. So it seems like a good spot. Okay. They get to make the Saga token. Swamp Cycle the Troll. There's a Shadow Spear. There's a Swamp. So we'll just need to keep their creatures off the table. And so we're going to get to Lightning Bolt the Construct token. I'm just going to fire that off. I probably could have just done that on my upkeep because I was like 100% to do it. Another Lightning Bolt. With the Unholy Heat and the Sheoldred's Edict in hand, it does not seem... I don't think I have to keep that Lightning Bolt. Although the ability to go for their Dome is nice, but they're down to 1 card in hand here. If they can reanimate that Troll, that's a good one, but then we still have the Sheoldred's Edict. And they'll have a very low life total, so I think we're in an okay spot. Yeah. Yeah, there's a reanimate. Okay, so we're gonna get to Unholy Heat to this Nazgul though. Daze. That's probably good against their lack of resources over there in terms of mana. Okay, we've almost got them dead here. Take 4. They're at 6. They don't pop the Soul Guide Lantern. And they'll scoop. Well, that was standard Grixis gameplay. Although if they had played a little more optimally in game 2, I think they maybe could have had it. But that was a standard Grixis tempo. Yeah, we drew a good hand in game 3, so yep. Okay, on the draw for game 2, and this is definitely the kind of hand that you want to see, but what we don't want to see is a Chalice on 1 from the opponent. Alright, well they mulligan to 5, so it could be the Reanimator, but I guess it's going to be lands? Yeah, or some kind of Dark Depth strategy. Well, I would say it's straight up lands. Okay, well we're in a tricky spot here. I don't have Force of Negation in the deck, so I guess the plan is just to try to kill them quickly, but this is probably gonna be a tough one realistically. So yeah, I guess I'm just gonna play Dragon's Rage here. Maybe I should have just played the Delver. But I was thinking that I want the Dragon's Rage in play for when I go to Delver and then Ponder next turn. So we got the whole... Their mulligan to 5 is, you know, completely negated. They're just doing whatever they want over there with their Life from the Loam and Exploration. Oh, the good news is we're going to get to bring in those Price of Progress. So I am excited about that. Okay. Ooh, a Thoughtseize. Yeah, I don't think... Their hand should be all lands. So let's get an Underground Sea. Play Delver. Play Ponder. We'll bin the Dragon's Rage. Force of Will, a potentially good one. I'm probably... What are the chances we're forcing Loam next turn? I guess I'll assume that I'm going to force Loam. Yeah, just 17 more damage to go here. At least this will stop the Urza Saga for a turn. But yeah, I say that we assume we're going to force Loam because of the Surveils off the Dragon's Rage Channeler matter in terms of flipping this Delver of Secrets. So we're going to force this Loam, bottom a Zeju. Well, the cards on top of my library don't really matter that much. So I'm not going to worry about that. I'll just get an Underground Sea, that's fine. We've got the Volcanic sitting protected in hand. And it is just going to be a Force of Will to slow them down and then try to set up this Delver here. Another Dragon's Rage. So I could keep the Dragon's Rage and then play Thoughtseize and get a bunch of Surveils. Or I could bottom the Dragon's Rage. I guess we're trying to get the opponent dead, and this is like something that kind of gets them dead. So I could have accepted not having my Delver. I could have accepted not searching for with Boseiju for another land there. But I think this is okay. Yeah, so we're gonna play Volcanic Island. Play another Dragon's Rage. So they're at 12 here. Don't need another Flooded Strand. Yeah, we're just doing this for the Surveils, right? Ugh, a bunch of lands. So they've got 2 turns here. The Loam to make something happen. Okay, Maze of Ith is going to buy them some time. So that could spell our undoing. So like a Wasteland would be pretty clutch here. Or a Lightning Bolt. They are passing it back. All right, let's see this Delver flip here. A Delver flip is gonna put them on the 2-turn clock, right? So yeah, we'll do that. I guess I'm not going to get the Volcanic Island. I'll leave it in my library. And that way I can just grab it with a Polluted Delta when I need it. Fortunately, we bricked. They are down to 8. But yeah, I don't know how much longer they cannot find anything with their life from the loam, sadly. Okay, well, they didn't really find anything there. They're gonna be able to do stuff with their saga tokens. Yeah, it's pretty grim. It's sad that this Delver never flipped. But yeah, they can Boseiju my Underground Sea. That'll be fine. Yeah, I'm gonna have one turn to find Lightning Bolt here. Ooh, they played the Boseiju. That's interesting. I guess they have Wasteland just to take me off lands now. So they don't need to do Boseiju shenanigans. No, there's that underground. There's the Wasteland on my Underground Sea. Yes, they're going to be able to make Saga tokens, equip it with a Shadow Spear, and give it lifelink. Orcish Bowmaster. Does that somehow help here? Lets me get in for 1 extra damage. We're going to be attacking for 4. I don't... If I can shuffle, what I'm not going to reveal. And then... man, the Orcish Bowmaster. Well, what it does do... okay. I guess the plan here is to kind of hope they make a mistake. Because what I can do is Bowmaster my own Delver of Secrets to block the Urza Saga token that they're gonna attack with a Shadow Spear here. No, it has Trample. So that doesn't, yeah. So the lifelink is gonna get through. Dang. Well, maybe they don't have Shadow Spear in their deck. I would say it's my only hope. Yeah, they're just making a Saga token here. Yeah, I shouldn't have attacked with the Delver. Well, I lost track of what I was doing in that crazy thing, and yeah, I missed the obvious play. But yeah, Delver just never flipped there. Which is the thing about playing a Delver deck with only 20 or so, 23 instants and sorceries, I think. Well, if they somehow don't have the Shadow Spear here, we're going to be all set. Well, no, probably not, actually. Yeah, there's a Shadow Spear. Here's a Shadow Spear equip. Yeah. All right, I think I'm ready to concede now. I just did not get there. Okay. Okay, so we do have a bunch of exciting cards to sideboard in, though. I think Thoughtseize and the Bolts can come out pretty easily. They probably do have some number of Endurance in there. So Unholy Heat is maybe not terrible. Daze is better on the play, although still not that great. How badly do I want these Unholy Heats for just the purposes of Endurance? You know, Thoughtseize is probably just better than Daze on the play. That could hit Endurance. I mean, Thoughtseize is also pretty bad against Life from the Loam. I think I'll try this and just hope that Price of Progress is good enough. All right. Well, our hand has Price of Progress, as well as Force of Will and a creature and cantrips, so it's definitely not one that I'm going to put back. The way we lose this game is we don't get to the second land. Ace of Ith, the opponent. We're gonna let this Bauble trigger resolve. Okay. I guess, I mean, a Thoughtseize instead of this Daze would have been good. But this Daze does pitch to Force of Will. I'm just holding out as long as I can here before playing this Brainstorm to try to make sure we hit another land without getting Brainstorm locked. We found a Delver. I think I still have to play this Brainstorm. Okay, we did not get locked out there. Good news. So the price of progress, I want to keep a secret. Bowmaster is one I'm comfortable pitching to, or removing with a Surveil. And so I think I'm going to go Dragon's Rage and then Bowmaster. And maybe we'll get to Daze something here, or get that the Bowmaster off the top of the deck. Exploration. I should probably force this. And I guess I'll pitch the Delver of Secrets and put this Bowmaster in the graveyard. They're going to pass the turn, it looks like. I'm going to play this Dragon's Rage. I could like Wasteland their Verdant Catacombs or nothing and juice up my Dragon's Rages, but that doesn't seem worth it. We're a little exposed to Endurance, but hopefully Daze can hold that off. There's the Maze of Ith. So we're just going to walk into crop rotation here is what's going to happen. Murktide Regent. Well, what are you going to do? They are cracking the catacombs. Okay. There's a crop rotation. They do get Boat Jugabog, which is a kind of a beating, huh? Because now I can't even play my Murktide, which I definitely would have done. There's still a far cry from losing to this price of progress. And we could easily get wasted out here. Well, they don't have Wasteland or Life in the Loam yet. Here is a Rishadan Port. We're going to get ported. I could price of progress for 6 here and get 2 Surveils. I'm going to try to get more out of this price of progress. Okay, so drawing Force of Will is definitely a nice one. We can force the thing that matters here. We just got to fade Wasteland. There's our Dark Depths. Okay, so this price of progress starting to look juicy. Yeah, I think I price of progress for 8. I gotta like not get too greedy. And there's a chance that they respond to this. And maybe ooh, they just scooped. And well, that was only 8 damage or so. Plus 10. Alright, well, anyway, I'll take it. Okay, so on the draw, it's a lot easier to board out these Dazes. But I mean, is Thoughtseize playable? Thoughtseize, I don't think is playable. And I mean, Endurance is a beating, but I think these Lightning Bolts pair well with the Price of Progress, and we got to just try to burn them out. Well, we've got a Force of Will, a Meltdown, and a Price of Progress. I mean, we lack Delver of Secrets or Dragon's Rage, but I mean, this is going to be good enough on the draw for sure. Okay, the opponent's going to mulligan. We're going to keep. Okay, they keep on 6. Mox Diamond. It's potentially good for our Meltdown. Sphere of Resistance. I guess I have to force the Sphere on the draw here, huh? Another Price of Progress. Okay, well, hopefully we can price our opponent out of this game. I could have Meltdown on 0 there, but I'm happy I didn't. Okay, well, it's the, we have a lot of Meltdowns and Price of Progresses. They want to tap my land here. I guess I'm gonna crack it for an Underground Sea. Saga takes up to 2. They play the Yavimaya. Could play Price of Progress here, but it looks like they're just gonna walk into a big ol'... Ooh, Surgical Extraction. I don't hate that. Yeah, we're gonna let them make some tokens. And then we're gonna play Meltdown. It's gonna be great. Yeah, they have to tap out here. They gotta commit to it. It's good news for us. They do have an Expedition map and a Maze of Ith. So they'll get to do it again. But we'll have another Meltdown ready to go, so I'm not as worried about this as I might be. Yeah, let's Meltdown for 1 and make them crack that Expedition map. I guess I need to think about how many lands I'm playing here, because we want to Price of Progress them out of this game. I mean, I could have... Maybe I should have just Surgical Urza Saga there. But I don't know. We'll see what land they want to get. Okay, so they do go with Dark Depths. That could be a problem if they have like a Thespian stage. I'm kind of glad they're not doing the Saga. But I feel like this means they have like a crop rotation, and we're just gonna lose. Okay, tap my Underground Sea. That is fine. Ponder. Okay, there's a blue card. What I like to see. Okay, well, Sheoldred's Edict is a good one for sure, and so is Ponder, and man, all these cards are pretty exciting. I mean, Bowmaster is the least exciting, but it is some kind of clock here. I think I have to take the Edict. But I do need to do some damage to my opponent at some point here. Okay, well, there's another Saga. And here's the One Ring. Yeah, I cannot stop the One Ring. But they do have 5 lands in play. And we have 2 Price of Progress, so they're kind of in the magic zone here, huh? What I could do is like fetch twice and fail to find. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna price a progress on their end step. And then price a progress again. And I think that'll win the game. All right, price of progress doing work. Yeah, you can Life from the Loam and play more lands. Yeah, there's a Saga. Okay. So this is going to be awesome. So let's play Price of Progress. And we're going to Price of Progress again. Ooh, Force of Negation. I guess with a Force of Negation, I'll wait until their upkeep to play the other Price of Progress. I guess I have to do it now because... Okay, they're not going to port. Price of Progress. Alright, they're going to draw off the ring. Okay, yeah, so one Price of Progress would not have done it, but two certainly it did. Alright, going into round 3 on the draw. Alright, the opponent mulligans, and we will also. Back-to-back no landers. Opponent keeps on 6. We're going to have to go to 5. Alright, we can keep a pretty good 5 here, though. A couple Dragon's Rages and a Brainstorm. We're once again hoping to fade Chalice on 1. Well, it looks like we're going to fade the Chalice on 1. Okay, a Fable. Of all the things they might have done there, I guess you could say that it could be worse. So we'll get this Dragon's Rage down, and that'll put us in a position to play another Dragon's Rage next turn and Brainstorm. Here's a Kiki Jiki trigger. Alright, I would say it is the white-red initiative. And yeah, they're going to get in for 2 here. I mean, maybe if we play... maybe we can get the initiative if they play their own initiative guy. Like we can play Dragon's Rage and Brainstorm, have a couple Surveils. If we rip Bauble off the top or the Surveils go well, we may be in business if they play an initiative creature here. The Archon of Emeria. Well, that's going to slow things down. Another Dragon's Rage. So Flooded Strand is coming into play, tapped. And yeah, this is pretty awkward. There's no 2 ways around it. I guess playing another Dragon's Rage is fine. I mean, I'm happy they're not playing Solitude in the caves there. So that is some upside. Okay, a little Kiki trigger on the stack. They now have the reflection. They're gonna get in for 4, yeah, and get a treasure token. Makes sense. No blocks. And there's a Chalice on 1, so that's gonna be lights out here. Murky Reed. Well, okay. Guess getting the Underground Sea is fine. And yeah, I guess we're gonna keep our boys back and hope to block something. The good news is we can get this Murktide Regent down next turn, probably. And I mean, maybe they'll do something, like maybe we'll get a good block here. So let's play Brainstorm. And then let's get Delirium. That's a start. That's not Delirium. This Wasteland is bad against the Archon of Emeria. My Brainstorm is countered. So yeah, I'm not gonna be in the blocking business then. Well, if they don't Solitude or something, well then what I'm gonna do is get to play Dragon's Rage and then Brainstorm again next turn. But another Fable, okay, that's craziness. We're out of control with those Fables over there. Force of Will, all right, well that is, no, okay, so this Dragon's Rage just goes to the graveyard. So, I could play a 4/4 Murktide. Or I could Brainstorm. I think we're pretty dead. And there's no good really attacks to be made. Man, I could just play this 4/4 Murktide. I'm just gonna lose here. I mean, I guess I'll play the 4/4 Murktide and pass the turn, and then they can kill me with whatever they've got next. Well, I do have Force of Will, but I mean, we're not in a good spot. If we had managed to get the Surveil last turn, then, you know, maybe we could have made some magic happen. Well, here's a Solitude. Oh, I can't force it because of the Archon. And I wonder if they're going to copy it here. They haven't copied it yet, but they should, right? Take out this Dragon's Rage. Or one of my Dragon's Rages. It looks like they're going to do it. All right, now I can concede. I think it's safe. Okay. The Sheoldred's Edict. The Price of Progress. No, not the Meltdown, not the Price of Progress. Take out some Chalices. Potentially Force of Negation as well. So I would say it's not really a Bowmaster matchup. Maybe one Force of Negation is fine for this matchup. I mean, getting my boys Delirium is pretty important. And, I mean, obviously Force of Negation doesn't counter their best cards. Yep. Okay. Yeah, you know, there's enough going on here. Cantrips, Force of Wills. I'd rather not mulligan to 5. Okay. Here we go. Let's bauble our opponent. A Seasoned Dungeoneer. And let's play Ponder. Well, Wasteland is an exciting one. These two lands are really not exciting. I think that Wasteland is probably good enough. Like, hopefully, I forgot if we're drawing off the Bauble, but we have Brainstorm to square these extra draws, these extra fetch lands that we don't really want. But, like, if they go, like, Ancient Tomb, Lotus Petal, Spirit Guide, Initiative Guy. Okay, well, or if we can just Wasteland Cavern of Souls, I'll take that also. And then, yeah, I'll use Brainstorm to fix this glut of fetch lands next turn. Here's a City of Traders. Here's a Lotus Petal. So here's a Fable, the Mirror Breaker. So I could Brainstorm now. And then maybe I find like 2 blue cards or something. But this pretty much has to be forced, I would say. I think I'll just Force of Negation it. And then we'll reload with Brainstorm on our turn. Anything they use Lotus Petal to play, I mean, you really have to force, I would say. So let's Brainstorm. Okay, this all looks good. I can put back a Delta. What we want to do is play a Delirious DRC this turn. And so do I want like a Lightning Bolt or a Brainstorm? I think I actually want the Lightning Bolt. We'll get Surveil value to fix our draws with this DRC. And yeah, this Daze and Murktide looking good. And if they play like the Archon of Emeria, I'll certainly want a Lightning Bolt for that. Okay, so they just did nothing and passed on their turn. Is there a Solitude coming down here or something? Wasteland. Well, I'm gonna Wasteland their City of Traders. And get in with this attack. And I'm going to play a Murktide Regent. I think I'll settle for a 5/5. Well, I guess I'll make a 6/6. Because I'm going to lose the Delirium anyway, and I don't have a land to replenish my graveyard with. If I exiled that Wasteland instead of the Ponder, they're ready to concede. Okay. Well, I'm a little bit more excited about Force of Negation on the draw. And I'm a little less excited about Daze. Although Daze is like pretty important. But they just play so many Chalices and Fables of the Mirror Breaker. We got Thoughtseize anyway, as like an additional way to deal with the creatures that might be in their hand. So I guess I'm okay with this. It looks like we're just gonna pitch Force Negation to Force of Will again anyway. Although we do have, we can force twice with this setup. But with the 4 blue cards and 2 forces in total. All right, the opponent's mulliganing again, so that is good news. All right, wow, so the opponent's on a mulligan to 5. So if they have like a Super Cavern of Souls kind of start, that'll be tough to beat, but otherwise, you know, I like our chances here. Okay, it looks like they've settled on their 5. It's going to be a mountain to start here, a Lotus Petal. And Chally on 1. Okay, so I think I'm just going to force this pitching Daze. Or I could force pitching the Murktide. I think I might actually do that. The Murktide's not likely to be good for a while. Although, obviously, it is a good one once it comes down. But against my opponent's low resources, we might just be able to pick something off with this Daze. And so I'm going to use Bauble on myself and see a Ponder. So I want that Ponder. So I'm going to play the Scalding Tarn. Okay, there's a Karakas. I think I can afford not to fetch. We'll use ooh, should have fetched. Against the Archon of Emeria, I kind of just want to use fetch lands now. Well, a Delver, it's not super exciting, but I probably have to take it. All right, we're passing it back. Okay, they are passing it back also. a Wasteland. It's definitely a good one. I could wait and try to hit something better than their Karakas, but with this Daze in hand, I don't really think I have a choice against their limited resources. Flip. That's not a flip. No reason really not to play out the Underground Sea in this matchup. I guess for a potential Brainstorm in the future would be a reason. But now I need to be careful, I guess, just with this Daze, and make sure they don't like play something around to like lose to Spirit Guide when I could have just pitched the Daze to the Force and get a hard counter. So we'll have to see what the vibe is when they finally play something, which is not going to be this turn apparently. Flip. Is this another Wasteland? I guess it is. Okay. Well, the good news is we're almost to hard cast Force of Will territory here. They just keep passing it back. So either like a land or an instant or sorcery. That's what we want to see here. Here we go. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, well now I feel pretty comfortable. We've got them down to 10. So this is pretty much going to be it here. 7 cards in hand over there and just playing nothing. Well, we'll do this attack for 6. Play a Ponder. I guess I should have left myself the opportunity to do some double bolting, but we'll just play this Murky Rege and call it good. I guess I'll tap the Wasteland. Here's a Solitude. I think I don't really need to fight over this. We have Lightning Bolts on top of the library. And it's not like they're on an Ephemerate strategy. There's a concession. Okay. All right, this is a fine hand in a lot of situations. So yeah, we're definitely gonna keep here, but this is about how we draw it up. Opponent's on a mulligan to 6. All right, it's a Polluted Delta from the opponent to a basic island, playing a Ponder. All right, maybe the Bowmasters are gonna do some work in this matchup. They chose not to shuffle. So let's go ahead and play this Dragon's Rage Channeler and see how they want to handle that. All right, a Scalding Tarn. A basic mountain. So maybe this is show and tell, or maybe it's not. There is like a blue-red like fairy deck running the Flames of Anor and stuff that this could potentially be. Yeah, I'm probably just gonna hold up Bowmaster here and Bowmaster on their end step, even though it's pretty obvious that I have it. So I guess it's just Grixis control. I could like not play this Bowmaster, but I think it's you just have to accept well, it is a 2-for-1 at least, you know. All right, let's attack. And then I'm gonna play Ponder and hold up Lightning Bolt in case they have their own Bowmaster. They don't have their own Bowmaster. Okay. I guess holding up Delver or playing Delver and having a flip Delver next turn is acceptable. Sacrifice a non-token creature. I'll sacrifice the Delver and keep the Bowmaster around. Island Cycle, Lorien Revealed. All right, they're gonna part the veils with Narset there. They found Lorien Revealed. So it's a Ponder on top of my deck, which isn't really the best in this spot. The best draw here would be like another Bowmaster, and maybe I should have just Brainstormed in response to their Narset. But we did find the Bowmaster. Okay, well, I am just gonna play another Bowmaster here. Okay, that gets a Force of Will. All right, I think all creatures can attack the Narset. And what did they just exile there? I think they exiled the Lorien Revealed, right? Okay. Hopefully they have a handful of cantrips over there, is my dream. Let's play out these lands. I'll just throw both at Narset. Not that concerned about getting an extra point of damage to their head. Okay, here's their Bowmaster, it would seem. They get to pick off my Bowmaster. Yeah, and they get to do that block there. Alright, I guess I'm gonna take out their Bowmaster. I'm gonna Murky Rege conservatively. I guess I don't have that many instants or sorceries to get too unconservative with. But yeah, we'll make a 4/4 that gets around Lightning Bolt. Baleful Strix. Alright, well, that's a good one. Probably the perfect draw. Well, could be in a spot of bother here. Yeah, I'm just gonna play my other Murktide. Holding up a red. So I guess I should have Lightning Bolted the Narset when I had the chance. Okay, Lightning Bolt on top of my opponent's deck. Well, that doesn't do anything here is the good news. And so next turn we'll get to attack the Narset, and then we'll have this Brainstorm. Maybe we'll draw a Bowmaster right here. How exciting would that be? Okay, they've got the Nimble Obstructionist. Okay, so they've got a Lightning Bolt and an Unknown. And another card. Okay, a Lightning Bolt and an Unknown. And a known. And an Unknown, okay. A Cling to Dust, it's a good one here. Come on, Bowmaster. Another Brainstorm. All right, well, we're taking out the Narset. And we're playing a Brainstorm. Daze looks pretty bad, so let's put that under the Ponder. Play this Delver. That's going to get lightning bolted, but I guess there's no stopping that now. Yeah, this Clean to Dust is going to be good. Petty Theft, not as worried about that one. We're going to get to probably a bigger Murktide Regent on the whole because of that. Here comes the lightning bolt. All right, they be cracking that Delta. Looks like they're gonna flashback the Clean to Dust. Okay, so I guess that's how they're gonna deal with this Murktide. All right. Well, let's attack with the Insectile Aberration. Yeah, man, another Bowmaster would be just the thing to deal with this Clean to Dust nonsense. Yeah, none of this really helpful. Another Murktide does not improve the situation. Unholy Heat's going back. I guess we're putting Lightning Bolt on top. We're going to be able to Thoughtseize something here. I guess it's Lightning Bolt. Yeah. And then we get to sneak this Murktide into play. Despite all the nonsense there. The Clean to Dust. And if they kind of draw nothing, you know, we'll be in an okay spot. But they can keep doing the Clean to Dust. But it does at least cost a lot of mana to do that each time they want to do it. But is it another Baleful Strix? That would be a beating. It does not appear to be a Baleful Strix. I could just trade my Murktide Regent with their Brazen Borrower, but I'm not going to do that. All right, Murktide's in. I'll keep the Flooded Strand in hand as a surprise. There's a Brazen Borrower. Okay. All right, they are tapping out. Ooh, Sorin the Mirthless. That's probably bad news. Makes these 2/3 vampire flying lifelink tokens, so that's going to slow down the assault. I'd still take a Bowmaster. Force of Will. Where were you last turn? All right, well, let's attack the opponent. I guess we're going to trade something with this Insectile Aberration. If they end up Lightning Bolt and playing a Lightning Bolt on it, it puts us in a bad spot. So hopefully they just have to make another 2/3. They don't really get a lot of value off this Sorin. Okay, they do have to settle for just another lifelink token. Okay. Let's play out this Flooded Strand and make this attack. So I think I have one more land in the deck yet, and it hasn't gotten exiled somehow. Yeah. I'm going to play this here, Ponder. If they want to Force a Will this, Orcish Bowmaster. Well, I'm going to Force a Will their Bowmaster. But I think their last card is Force of Will. If it's somehow Force of Will blue card, and it's no bueno. Well, I suppose it's not the worst thing in the world if they end up forcing this. Their little guys there aren't going to... Four mana. So they're going to use the Cling to Dust on themselves and try to draw that blue card. Okay. Yeah, well, I guess they use it on my Flooded Strand, not their own graveyard. That makes sense. But the Bowmaster is countered. Man, these Dazes are terrible, but this Lightning Bolt might be just the thing to cross the finish line. I think I just have to shuffle here, although often I feel like in Legacy this is good. They're going to have Force of Will, and I know they have that Force of Will in their hand. So I think we need better action than what we see there. Because if the Lightning Bolt gets, you know, fouled, and then we're just out of gas. But they're going to find a Ponder here, so they're probably going to get some kind of answer to this Murktide Regent. Another Mercury for us. Well, that is probably okay. Okay, they chose not to shuffle in a hurry, so, you know, that's a little worrying. They have some kind of... Okay, they found another Ponder is what it is. All right. But this Murktide could potentially grow our Murktide into... oh, okay. Or not. But we do have another Murktide coming down, and they don't have hard cast force mana. A Lightning Bolt. Potentially okay, I would say. Yeah, I guess I'll just keep the cards in my graveyard. If they want to waste time clinging them to dust, that is their prerogative. All right, and it looks like they're passing the turn. Okay, Force of Will. A good one. Can we cross the finish line here? Maybe. It looks like. They're tapping out for something. It's probably good news. Okay, so they're probably about to cling to dust here is what it is. And this is going to be my opportunity to Lightning Bolt their dome. Okay, we won a game one. Exciting stuff. All right. Okay, so Thoughtseize can come out here. Unholy Heat can come out. I like the Lightning Bolts, though, to answer Baleful Strixes. Trimming on Daze seems fine. I mean, Force of Negation is, you know, can be played for 3 mana. So I think that's okay here. And so then I just want one more cut. Is it another Daze on the draw, or maybe a Force of Will? Do the old 3, 2, and 2 with the counters. I think so. Don't believe... I mean, the Sheoldred's Edict could potentially kill a Planeswalker. Or an Orcish Bowmaster or something. I mean, I could trim a Daze for the Edict. I mean, I do want to be able to kill their Bowmasters and Baleful Strixes. And Daze isn't that exciting on the draw. Okay. Okay, this is a juicy hand. We have some threats and stuff. You gotta be excited about it. Bowmaster. Yeah, I'm just gonna be getting my surveil value with the old DRC here. They get a Volcanic Island. I like to see that because we can Wasteland a Volcanic Island. So we'll probably be Wastelanding, yeah, plus Delver. I could force this, Brainstorm, and try to cheese them, but we shan't bother with that. We'll wait for a more juicy target. I mean, the plan here is pretty much to hardcast Force of Negation. Okay. Another DRC. I'll definitely take that. We are in a position where if they get a Bowmaster down, we're kind of in trouble. I suppose if I find another land here, we'll be fine because we have an Orcish Bowmaster of our own to respond with. So they're getting another non-basic land. They can have that Lightning Bolt. That signifies they probably don't have a Bowmaster, or they would probably just be doing that. But I guess Daze would have been better than Force of Negation the way this game is played out. So maybe Force of Negation was not the right card to sideboard in. I'm gonna ponder here. Okay, we found more lands, which is what I wanted to find. I don't need to draw Force of Will. We could like take time off to Bauble to make sure we get that, but I'm sure we'll be fine without. I'll go ahead and get Underground Sea, play Delver of Secrets, play Mishra's Bauble. Oh, okay, play Mishra's Bauble. And then I'm just gonna use the Bauble. They don't seem to have the Bowmaster, so I'm just we're getting in with Delver of Secrets here. So they'll have a Baleful Strix on their turn, it seems, but we'll have an Orcish Bowmaster. So could be worse. Cling to Dust on my Ponder. You got it. All right, we get to draw a card here. Another Bowmaster. You like to see that. Yeah, they're going to play a Baleful Strix. So if I wait for their upkeep to play this Orcish Bowmaster, I lose the ability to... Oh, okay. Well, now this Orcish Bowmaster is just protected. You want a Pyroblast, my Insectal Apparition. That's absolutely fine. Yeah, I'm just gonna jump in here with this Bowmaster. This is exciting. Good trade here. I like this. Bowmaster is just better than Baleful Strix, so I'm happy to be on the Bowmaster side of things. Okay, they're coming in with that Kolaghan's Command. Probably need to counter this. So I guess it's Force. I guess I can just Force Negation, pitching Force of Will here. I mean, alternatively, I could keep the Force of Negation over the Ponder, but I don't think that's right. But they might have a Pyroblast here. It looks like they do, and that's unfortunate. Flusterstorm, same difference. All right, we shan't pay for these Flusters. Kolaghan's Command is in. But we do have another Baleful Strix, which is going to be good. Yeah, I'm just going to let them put their Baleful Strix on the stack and then play this Bowmaster. I guess they see the writing on the wall and are not going to play their Baleful Strix. Okay. Well, finding the Scalding Tarn is good. So I guess I'll play this Ponder. I don't know if they have their own Baleful Strix. I mean, Bowmaster that they're trying to mess around with. It looks like they don't have the Bowmaster, of course. And then I'm not so excited about this Delver, I think. Bauble will take that. I'll attack with this Orc army. I think it's a Bauble myself situation here. Okay, I'll take another Bowmaster. See, they get to use the Cling to Dust here. So I could respond to this with a Bowmaster and then lose the Bowmaster that's on top of my deck. And I guess I have to do that and get this value. We want this thing in play anyway. They somehow predicted. I mean, it's a bummer to lose the Bowmaster off the top of my deck. We gotta get this value. The good news is that Orc army is growing. Island cycling, DeLorean revealed. Okay. Draw a card. Pyroblast is a good one. So they got a lot of lands over there. So are they gonna have like a lightning bolt here and then an answer for my Snapcaster Mage? Well, I wish I had the mana for this Pyroblast, huh? But this Orc army is good, and they don't get to Baleful Strix. No, they do get to Baleful Strix this turn, so that is good for them. Okay. Well, you know what would be a great draw is another Bowmaster. Let's fire off this Brainstorm. That's another Bowmaster, huh? Man, these cards are all quite good. So Murky Reach, the least important. Okay, I think I can chill with a Pyroblast on top of my library. And play Counterbalance here. And then we'll just keep this Bowmaster in hand. If they rip like a, a Sorin here, something like that, well, that'll be good. But otherwise, position's not too bad. Okay, well, let's play a Bowmaster. They fetch up the basic mountain. They're gonna hardcast a Force of Will. So I could shuffle in response to this. Or they're going for the Cling to Dust, it looks like, maybe instead of the Force of Will. Is this worth me, Yeah, I think we can afford to shuffle the Murktide. I think that's okay. And then if we hit a 1 here, it's pretty sweet. A Flooded Strand. Well, oh, no, we revealed Sheoldred's Edict. Okay. Let's take out the Baleful Strix. And attack with the Orc army. Yeah, so no more 2s for the opponent. I'm happy with that. And when we have this Pyroblast in hand. So that seems good. A Ponder, I think we just have to let resolve. Oh yeah, we get to Bowmaster, so that's awesome. I definitely would have forgotten about that in paper. Okay. Alright, what do we got now? Sheoldred's Edict. I'll use Counterbalance's ability. We reveal Pyroblast, okay. So they're gonna have me sacrifice my token. And here's their Orcish Bowmaster to take out my Bowmaster. Yeah, no reason to reveal the Pyroblast again. Alright, so we have Sheoldred for their Bowmaster. I guess let's just do it. Make sure I got the right mode. Non-token creature, yeah. I think I almost did the wrong mode. I think they know I have a Pyroblast in hand, but I guess it doesn't matter. There's not much chance that they play Wasteland. Alright, let's sacrifice a non-token creature. Alright, so here's a Snapcaster from the opponent. We shan't reveal the Pyroblast, but we do have a Pyroblast of our own, so that is exciting. Or a Pyroblast in hand. Take a damage here. Alright. Got a Pyroblast and a Counterbalance in play against their 1/1 and random card in hand. Although, this Cling to Dust is a good one. Come on, Counterbalance, do your work. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That was clutch. Alright, Counterbalance finally got some value there. Alright, so we'll get to play Ponder here. Here's some action. So, let's get this DRC out, huh? Guess I could just do the Delver and... No. I think having the Lightning Bolt 2 down and the Delver on top is fine. Let's play this DRC. We are now cooking. And no cling to dusts are going to be resolving in the near future. Yeah, and neither is that Brainstorm. Alright, well now Counterbalance is pulling its weight. Yeah, no. That's hard times for our opponent. That was some complete Counterbalance domination. Yeah, you can attack for 1. So they have an opportunity to make up some cards here, but no, they're really just dead. Okay, they have a blue or Pyroblast here. Okay, well that was really ridiculous. Okay, well Counterbalance really took over there. That is one good thing about playing Tempo, is you get to play Counterbalance, and so... yeah, Cling to Dust is cool, but I mean, you get all the tools anyway playing Tempo, and man, Counterbalance really total domination at the end there. Okay. Okay, on the draw, round 5. Have I lost every die roll? In any case, this is like an easy keep, you know, play Dragon's Rage, force what they do, play another Dragon's Rage. Not gonna force Chrome Mox here. We might be alternating our plans to a turn 1 Wasteland, but yeah, I'm gonna. What's going on? Okay, yeah. Let's force the Fable, pitching the Delver. You know, I'd like to get the DRC down, but with that kind of start, I'm gonna want to Wasteland them. Yeah, I still want to Wasteland them. They mulliganed. And they probably need the resources of that Fable, would be my guess. But if they just fall... Well dang. Alright, well, they did not have another crazy follow-up, though. Beyond just the Ancient Tomb. So, let's play Dragon's Rage. Unlicensed Hearse. Yeah, they're going to get to do that here. Like to draw land. Ask and I shall receive. Let's get in for one. And I'm just gonna spew out the board here. Grab that Underground Sea. Play Delver. Play Dragon's Rage. Alright, and let's just try to get them dead here. Yeah, they're exiling some cards from my graveyard. That makes sense. Fury. Well, that's bad news, huh? Dang. Well, maybe I should have thought about how they could Fury here. Now, I could try to Daze this, but even then, they still have the unlicensed Hearse to prevent Delirium. So, yeah, this is just a Savage Blowout. But we do get to Daze this Goblin Rabblemaster. I could maybe have saved the Unholy Heat for the Rabblemaster. God, and we just can't quite Murktide here. That's a real bummer. But I don't want them having tokens and getting that unlicensed Hearse up and running. I'm gonna kill this thing. Maybe they'll... Okay. I was hoping they might see fit to activate the Hearse there. But they did not fall for it. And they are successfully stranding this Murktide in my hand. Okay. The good news is they're at 11 life from their own Ancient Tomb. Ponder, okay. Like a Bowmaster. Force of Will and Wasteland. Okay, well these are all things that we want to see. So what do I want to do here? Get Delver down and get the guaranteed flip and just try to fade one draw step from them? But let's see, this Hearse is on 6. Well, it would be nice to play this Delver and flip it, that's for sure. I guess it's a question of, like, how lucky do I need to get to win this game? Like, if I draw Force of Will here... I mean, I guess if they play a creature... I think I'm going to play the Delver. And try to fade a draw step. And even if they play a creature, it might not be the worst thing, because there's a chance we might get to... No, I guess not with this unlicensed Hearse around. I don't know. I'm going to try to fade a draw step, I guess, is the plan. Okay, what are they going to be able to do here? Play a land. Or nothing. Okay, we faded a draw step successfully. So now I feel pretty good about this. Well, we just need to force the one relevant thing they do that matters. What is this? So Kenzon. Oh, well, I guess they did not brick. Okay. So they get to activate their Hearse, so we can win with a Lightning Bolt. I would say, yep, is what it's gonna have to be. I mean, I guess there's a bunch of blockers that might get the job done. So I guess any creature. Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Yeah, I guess I might as well force this. Yeah, we just need to find Lightning Bolt or a blocker right now. Right meow. So let's get a Volcanic Island. All right, deck, here we go. Show me some love. Nope. Okay. I guess we can chump block the Unlicensed Hearse and then drop Brainstorm and Brainstorm into 2 Lightning Bolts. Well, I would say that cuts off that line. Because now we can't get to 2 Lightning Bolts. All right, I'm just gonna scoop. That's gonna do it for me. Yep. Okay, so I definitely want to bring in the Force Negations and the Meltdown. I mean, if they're on this Hearse plan, Null Rod doesn't seem terrible, and they're gonna be playing Chrome Moxes and stuff. So that's not the most unreasonable thing. Now, Null Rod and Bauble aren't great synergy. But turn 1 Thoughtseize is a pretty exciting play. We need these bolts and Unholy Heats. I suppose this is not really an Orcish Bowmaster matchup. Although it would have been a fine draw. Perhaps in that last game. So I guess we'll make do without. I mean, it does just eat it to Fury. All right. So I would like to play first. Meh. Yeah, I don't like it. Yeah, this is not doing it. Okay. Yeah, I'll keep it. So I can afford to run on 1 land here, which is a great thing about playing tempo like this. So let's get Volcanic Island and play Dragon's Rage Channeler and pass. A basic mountain from the opponent into a dead. Well, I'm gonna Daze the dead. I think Dragon's Rage Channeler is important enough that I want to keep this around, and I will keep this Daze. They want to pay there. I could live with that with a Simian Spirit Guide. The way they pause there makes me think they probably do have the Simian Spirit Guide, and that I want to pitch Daze to this Force of Will and not chance it. Null Rod. Yeah, Null Rod not doing a lot on this not the best here. So it would shut off an Unlicensed Hearse, but I kind of want to just Wasteland them next turn anyway. I'm gonna hope they don't have the Hearse. Daze is a fine draw here to pair with this Wasteland. Although I feel like they maybe have that Simian Spirit Guide. Alright, well they didn't insta-Hearse. But we would have dazed it there anyway. Well, we do not have that Delirium, sadly. Hopefully they play something that we can Unholy Heat, like a Rabble Master. Rabble? Yeah, I guess I'm gonna try to Daze it. And I guess I'll get my Underground Sea. Play a hard cast Daze, and let's find out if they have that Simian Spirit Guide. A Delver. Well, this would flip my Dragon's Rage. I guess I'm gonna take it. Take the flip there. Yeah. Oh, they don't have the Simian Spirit Guide. I think it's safe to say. They do have the Fury, though. Okay, so, you know, if we can rip a Murky Rage, that would probably put this game away. Another Dragon's Rage, though, I'll take. Magus of the Moon, that's not a problem. And I guess I am just gonna Unholy Heat this on their end step. And get a Surveil here. Come on, Murky Rage. Nope. Okay, play a Bauble. There's that Murktide Regent. What is the opponent drawing? Kenzon, that is fine. Alright, deck, let's see if we can get this Murktide down. They're playing something over there, a Rabble Master. Okay, I think we're all set then. They can rabble there. And I'll just beat them with Murktide. Lightning Bolt. I think yep, just gonna play the Murky Rage. And just give them one turn to answer this. Brigand Motorcycles, I don't know if it probably comes through on the recording. So yeah, you don't quite have enough instants and sorceries. But the Lightning Bolt will do it, and they need to keep something on defense. If okay, they conceded. Alright, well the Null Rod wasn't super exciting there, so that could be a Sheoldred's Edict. Or a third Mishra's Bauble. And we could also board out Daze on the draw. I think with Meltdown, I should just not worry about the unlicensed hearse. And then maybe we can trim a Daze on the draw. Alright, here we go. The opponent mulligans to 6. I mean, this hand, say not good enough. Well, this one has Meltdown at least, so we don't just lose to Chalice. It could be bad if they turn 1 Blood Moon, though. Okay. Yeah, something bad's about to happen. 3 Sphere. Yeah, that's pretty bad. The good news is they're kind of locked under their own 3 Sphere. Maybe I should have Wastelanded them there, but I need to get to 3 mana myself is the thing. Another Meltdown. They play more mana than me, and so Wastelanding them just doesn't really seem right. Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Yeah, it's bad. Okay, well, we hit the land. Okay. So, no reason to be dour yet. Get the Underground Sea. Let's Lightning Bolt this Shaman token. We can just get Murky Rage down. Definitely gonna Blood Moon next turn. I mean, Meltdown. That could potentially be great, but if they do something awesome here, we're in trouble. That's a bad sign. What is it, Fury? Oh, they're just gonna activate Den of the Bugbear. I think we can live with that for now. Land off the top? Nope. Well, this costs 4 to activate, right? So I can Meltdown and take out their Chrome Mox and put them back at 3 mana. I think we have to do that, and Yeah, we'll take out the Chrome Mox at least. And so they need to like play another land to activate that Den of the Bugbear. They're not able to do. So if I can draw a land and Wasteland their City of Traders. No, we cannot do that though. Well, I can get Murktide down though, right? Yeah, we'll have to go ahead and activate Murktide here. We have a 5/5 down, so that is something. It's not over yet. Land. Ooh, that's a good one. Okay. I'm gonna Wasteland the city. Gonna play a Ponder. Yeah, these are good. Yeah, we want to draw. We want to draw these cards. Okay, so I'm gonna go. I'm gonna deal 5 to them and probably go to 10 on my turn. Okay, so they get an extra 1/1. They can attack for like 4 here, maybe. Ooh, but now they have a Rabblemaster. Okay. So they get to attack for 5. Bad news. That is a bummer. Dang, we were so close. Because they can just use Reflection of Kiki Jiki there to copy the Rabblemaster. And that is going to do it. I could have just double Wastelanded them last turn, but... I drew the Force of Negation instead of the Unholy Heat. Yeah, it's a bummer. I needed to fade Rabblemaster for 1 turn, but we used all our fade luck earlier. No, we lost that game 1 when we needed to win with Delver, and you remember the end of game 1. All right, well, yeah, there's just nothing I can do here, sadly. I guess I'll melt down their Trinisphere, and, you know, maybe they don't copy Rabblemaster with a Reflection of Kiki Jiki. Like, maybe they tap out for something. Yeah, but they don't, so... Alright, it's GG's in chat, folks. We can yield to these triggers. Okay. All right, well, that's a 4-1 finish. Yeah, you know, it's the same Grixis Delver deck I've been playing. I don't love Thoughtseize, but it just is handy to have another way to deal with initiative creatures besides Force of Will, and to a lesser extent, Daze. Price of Progress finally got to do its noble work. You hate losing to Red Prison like that, but it was pretty close. Yeah, if I had just put that Unholy Heat on top instead of the Force of Negation, I think we would have had a shot, although it was getting pretty close there. Yeah, I don't know. Well, I mean, Grixis Delver, it's an extremely, you know, up the middle deck. Hang on. Yeah, these were the matchups. Yeah, the mono black Nazgul deck, that was a little crazy. Yeah, it was nice to play the Price of Progresses. Or Grixis Delver is just better than Grixis Control. Yeah, mono red Prison, it's a tough deck. I've seen it in the queues, and yeah, man, 3-sphere, it's a good one. I guess there's just not too much to say. It is the most basic deck in the format, but it is a good one. All right, folks, have a good one. Like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoy this content. Thank you.